This video is supposed to get you up to speed on what I've done for my micro hydro project. So the plan is to have a water wheel that is going to be spanned by this perennial stream that you can see now. So this is usually the typical flow, although there were a few days of rain. There've been like 2 or 3 days of rain, so the flow is slightly above the average flow, but the stream is perennial, which means I do get flow all year round. During the dry season, the water level is low or the flow is low, and then during the rainy season, the flow can be quite high. This is how the water level usually looks like during the dry season. So I took this photo just before I started working on the wall for the water wheel, and as you can see, the flow is quite low at this point. During the rainy season, the flow is very high, so it's kind of like the river channel gets filled up, and we even have flow outside the river channel. As you can see, we have water flowing all the way up to the crops. The stream has a lot of rocks, huge rocks that I plan to utilize in my construction to reduce the amount of construction material that I would use, and also to act as a reinforcement or a stay for the wall that I was going to create to hold back the water. The first test I did was to collect sand from the river and put it in bags and try to close off the stream to try and see how the water flow was. And I discovered that there were a lot of waterways beneath these rocks. So that meant that I could not construct the wall at that specific point. So I decided to construct the weir a few meters upstream from these two rocks that you see there, because that way I could use the rocks as a stay for the wall design that I was going to go for, which is what you saw at the beginning of the video. So we waited for the dry season, and then we did an excavation on the side of the river, because the plan was to build the weir like halfway into the stream, so that would still leave the stream flowing. And then once that was done, then we'd move to the other side of the stream. So we used that strategy because we needed to kind of block off a section of the stream and then remove all the sand and dirt in the stream for that particular portion until we get to the bedrock, and then we would construct the weir starting from the bedrock. So the construction process was quite simple. We would use poured concrete for the parts under the water, and then we would use those wooden planks to guide the wall. And then once we got to a level where now we could do normal construction, we used two 9-inch stones to build the wall, and then the end of the wall was set against the huge rocks, and that we would get the relevant reinforcement to withstand the flooding that happens during the rainy season. So once all the construction was done for the weir, there was a space that I left at the center because I wanted to put a door there instead of filling it all the way up with stones, because that way I would have better control of the water flow, or I could even remove the wall completely and get back to the normal water flow. I made the first door from some thick wood, and covered it with an aluminium sheet on the upstream side to try and seal all the holes in the wood as much as possible. I didn't have any woodworking tools to try and seal the holes from the wood using the tools, so it was just plain wood, nicely bolted together, but it was quite heavy, and getting it down to the stream, there's around 30 meters of rise from the level of the stream to where I had created it. But when we put it in place, I discovered that there were a lot of leaks, and I could not get all the leaks to stop, or I could not seal all the leaks. And so I've decided to build metallic, or I decided to build a door from steel. So I'll be uploading a video for the build for the door. And once the steel door is done, I'll also start working on the water wheel itself, and I'll be uploading all those videos. So if you're not subscribed, please subscribe so that you can get notified when I upload the videos for those. So the other thing is, you should have seen that there were a lot of repetitions in this video because I was not doing proper recording when I was doing these works. I was not expecting that I'm going to be uploading this to YouTube. It was just for my own personal records. But I thought I would bring you up to speed and share whatever I had for you to see the process that I've had to go through to get to this point.